So, Noah, what is it we love about the Enneagram? Because I know from working with you, you love it as much as I do. Let me start with a couple of things. Okay. I love the fact that it is so non-judgmental and non-blaming. So many things that we look at about ourselves, we can end up feeling just filled with shame. Or as my mentor once said, these are cringe moments. We go, oh. And while I have felt that with the Enneagram, I have also been able to feel like, hey, this is being a nine. This is not me, Elaine, personally doing this thing that had this effect on people. It's this is what nines do because going back to our deeply held beliefs, my core belief is about wanting harmony and that conflict could really leave me feeling like I'm going to die. So those beliefs get me to do and think and feel certain things. But knowing it through the lens of being a nine, rather than personal failure on my part, it just is a wonderful system to be able to look at so deeply. And before you say something, I want to mention one other thing. It's accurate. I I could not believe how accurate it was about when I follow through with my beliefs and my attention and everything, it told me more than I had ever learned about myself in therapy. And I've done a lot of therapy and I am a therapist. So the first thing, those two things, it's non-judgmental, non-blaming, and incredibly accurate. How about for you? What's something you love about
Uh, I think maybe my favorite thing about the Enneagram is that it's based on self-typing. You know, it's there's something so genuine about it. There's no test that's guaranteed to nail your type. You have to actually do the introspection to figure it out. And I
it?
love that the Enneagram asks that of those who use it. Typing yourself. It's about learning these 9 types and seeing which one you identify with. Which plug our classes are designed to help you do just that. Um,
Absolutely.
but I'm loving this idea with the Enneagram that when it comes to your type, only you can say for sure. It's an inside job. You're the only one who knows your inner world, right?
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
speaking of the inner world, I'm glad you brought that up because the Enneagram types can look the same on the outside. There are quite a few look-alike types, but it is that inner world. It's what's my motivation, it's what my beliefs are that cause these actions. And it can be, to give you an example, just because I'm angry doesn't mean I'm an eight because they're known for their anger. There can be the anger of, I didn't get it right, which is the motivation of a one, or there can be anger for other reasons. So I agree with you that the inner world is what you know and you are the expert. So let me tell you something else I like about it. I was able to look at my husband and see his type, which is so different than mine. He's a type five, and not take the way he is personally because he is not a gushing, I love you person. He's a person who needs alone time. And I remember feeling like that was such a rejection of me. But learning the Enneagram allowed me to see it as that is who he is, not that he is making a judgment about me. Have you had similar actions like that or things like that?
I have, and I try to tell this to people. It's hard to put into words, but like in these moments where the way somebody else is acting is challenging to me,
Yes.
instantly my head starts to create story, spin story about what they're doing, why they're doing it, how it should be different, whatever. And the Enneagram, this knowledge of these other types, it offers me some easy, natural alternatives to
Yeah.
whatever story was spinning in here, It
Yes.
should be this, it should be that. Oh, no, maybe they're this type and they're doing it because of this. Or, oh, maybe they were this type and, they were motivated by this. It just changes my way of perceiving things. Yeah.
And that's what leads me to say it can create a more compassionate world. That we have by knowing the Enneagram, working with it as long as we have, actually one of my first things to go to is, gee, I wonder what type that person is. And and there's much more of a sense of, I can understand why you do this if I know what type you are. And I don't want to say that we should try and type everyone, but what I do have is a greater capacity in the moment to go, this is not personal. This person may be coming from a very different place. And the thing that I'm doing to help me feel comfortable may be the exact opposite of what that other person needs to be comfortable. So, is there
Um,
anything else you want to add about what you love about the Enneagram?
we nailed it. Self discovery on your own terms, compassion for yourself, compassion for other people.
And the ability to transform our lives. Because, as I had said earlier, I am not the same nine I was before. And I've been able to work on this with classes, with conferences, with all kinds of ways through the Enneagram and reading about it. But I actually have let go of things that used to be very important to me. So I know that it can be transformational.
Three cheers for transformation.